The reality is it's never been easier to make 100,000 per year, but so many are struggling, and that's because there is actually too much information and too much of the wrong information out there, just talking about how easy it is and how anyone can wake up tomorrow rich. But for those of you believing that, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that doesn't exist. Short of you investing in some crypto dick NFT or Ask Coin and doing a 500x gain overnight, you won't be getting rich that easy. Even though, yes, back in the bull market, we did see this happen, but the chances of that happening are near impossible. So what can we actually do? Well, in this video, I'm going to share how you can make 100,000 per year with SMMA and why it's not as complicated as you might think. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Cody. If you're new here, I own an SMMA and I also help others start and scale theirs. And if you do need help, then please book in a call using the first link in the description if you're looking to start or scale an agency. We're living in a time where it's really never been easier to make money. The internet has given us access to people anywhere in the world, and it allows us to contact anyone we want, whether that be a local business owner or if you want to contact billionaires and get their phone numbers and private emails. It is all online, which means there is really no excuse not to be making money. Back in the day before the internet, you needed a lot of capital to start a business, and it was incredibly risky. You'd probably need to get a loan with an insanely high interest rate or already have money to invest in products, inventory, and also a shop front, which isn't cheap. Now, we can start any business with less than a few $100s and make it successful without much risk. Can you imagine starting a business where it requires tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, and then it takes you 2, 3, or even 4 years to be profitable? It's why I love online businesses so much, because the profit margins are high. It requires little to no capital. You don't have that risk involved. To me, SMMA is the best place to start for several reasons. And the first one, it will teach you so many skills that you can then leverage later on in your business journey. This really is the perfect business because it's high margins. It's a service to other businesses that need your help. It will also give you the tools to succeed in whatever else you pursue. Building an agency will not only teach you sales, but it's going to give you the skills on how you can bring in new customers for businesses. Firstly, we need to choose our niche, and we want to go for something that sells to consumers rather than other businesses. There are hundreds of businesses you can choose from. You need to make sure that they have a service that they can make money on. And what I mean by this is really understand how much they charge and what their profit is. An example of something that wouldn't work is, say, a pizza restaurant that sells pizza for $25. It's going to be very difficult to make the money because their margins are already very tight. It's even better if you have some prior experience in the niche that you're going after, and this can help you choose what niche you want to go into as well, and maybe have a general interest in. Don't go into something that you hate because it will show and you just won't be as successful as the person who is really interested in that field. The next thing we must decide is what sort of service we're going to provide. Now, this is directly related to the offer, and it's something that you must create based on the market research you conduct in that niche. This is really important. Talk to business owners and just really understand their business inside and out so you can best determine what will help them grow and hit their goals. This could be paid ads, short form content, UGC, and so much more. When you're creating your offer, you really need to focus on solving their biggest problem and taking the risk from them and putting it onto you. When you do this right, I've seen people book meetings after reaching out to 5 people and close the client. Am I saying this is normal? No, but it is possible, and it's possible because you have an offer that's hard to say no to. I still have a rule of thumb. You should be doing at least 100 pieces of outreach each day to book 1 to 2 meetings, but if you have a good offer, you're going to be able to book a lot more than that. The offer does most of the heavy lifting because you've tapped into what that niche wants and you're solving that for them. That's all this business is and why it's so simple. We understand what the niche and what the industry is struggling with, and then we create a solution to that problem and put it out into the marketplace. It can't be more simple. If you aren't getting bites and being left on scene and you're not booking meetings, or even if you are booking meetings and you just aren't signing clients, then maybe your offer isn't good enough. This is also just about adjusting and pivoting when you get that real-time feedback. Don't keep going on and using brute force. There is a guy inside the program, he did 5,000 pieces of outreach in 5 weeks, which is amazing. He booked hundreds of calls and got no clients. If you do this and don't get clients at this point, something is wrong. Seriously wrong. and largely it could be the offer. You don't need free trials, but I do recommend getting your first, second, or even third clients on a discounted rate. Now look, this does depend on the individual. You might be a complete beginner, you've never done sales before, and this is completely out of your comfort zone. And I say it will definitely reduce the rate of failure. The money will come. This is all about experience. But if you're someone who has done sales before, or maybe you've done digital marketing, you work at an agency, and maybe you've had a successful business before, then you're going to have the confidence to charge full price in the beginning. Without speaking to you individually, it's going to be hard for me to give you a concrete answer and tailored advice, because there are people who watch my videos on both sides. Confidence is key. If you're confident, then you're going to close bigger deals. And if you aren't, then you need to build that, and that takes practice by just getting on as many sales calls as you possibly can. Don't worry if you lose them, just learn from it. You need to have your sales process dialed in and a way to generate consistent meetings. And how you really do that in the beginning is volume of outreach. You need to be putting in the numbers each and every day, and that includes weekends. Once you grow, you're going to be able to automate this process either through paid ads, which is my favorite method, or you can hire someone that will do the outreach for you. Getting to 100K online isn't complicated. All you need to do is provide a service to businesses that solve a big problem that they're facing. We then charge a monthly retainer or even a lump sum up front for that work. You need to stay consistent with your outreach so you always have sales calls lined up. And that's it. Don't reinvent the wheel, because it's never been easier to start an online business. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.